Alright, hello, welcome to the show. This is The Ride Home with Dawson. This is sort of a post-movie talk sort of show. The goal is to make these sort of mini podcasts after I watch a movie or I'm coming home from an event. I figure it's about a 30-minute drive home from the theater, so yeah, I mean, might as well get to talk about it. The idea first came after, I had the Basement Dwellers podcast and just haven't had a chance to film it, so getting, this is my give back, you know? Anyway, welcome to the show. Like I said, we're going to be talking movies mostly, but yeah, so I guess we'll get right into it. I'll put this thing in drive, look both ways, and head home. Alright, so I'm leaving the theater now. I just got out of Weapons with Julia Gardner and Josh Brolin. I'll be honest, I didn't really want to see this movie, but I'm glad I did. I had the hankering to watch something, and I'm kind of waiting for next week, really. There's The Naked Gun that came out, I think, last weekend, and next weekend they have Nobody 2. So I'm hoping to do a double feature next weekend that I'll talk to you guys about. But every time I go to the movies, I take a photo, and right now I guess I'm at 97. So I'm trying to get that 100th special, you know. And word on the street is Spider-Man 2 2004 is coming back to theaters. Well, at least for a weekend. The Raimi trilogy's coming back, and oh geez, I'm hoping to get that my 100th. So I had to see one filler movie if I was doing that double feature. These kids are getting real close to the curb. Alright, almost home free. That's the big curb there, or I guess turn. But anyway, yeah, Spider-Man, I'm hoping to get my 100th, so episode 3. If it comes to my theater, I keep checking every week to see if they post the listing. Nothing yet, but I mean, I'm hoping. I'm praying, I'm hoping, I'm praying, I'm hoping. But until then, we're going to talk about what I've been seeing. So today I watched Weapons. Like I said, I wasn't too enthralled to go watch it, but glad I did. It was way better than I thought. About a month ago or something, I was hearing some bad things, like it was a stupid script and all this woke nonsense that was going through my head. Or being spewed out to me. Anyway, this movie was, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that word. So, getting right into it, Weapons was a lot better than I expected. I wasn't hearing the best in the months leading up to it. All I really heard was the script wasn't the best, but my brain was being filled with lies, apparently. Anyway, I go today because I wanted to, I just needed a filler movie, and I had the craving to sit in a theater with a bunch of strangers and watch a movie. So Weapons was my fix for this week, and it was really good. First impression of the movie, it's from memory in my top 3 for this year. I'm blanking on what number 1 is so far. There was something really good, and then Sinners, which is another horror movie, and right now Weapons is sitting right behind Sinners. It was really good. I was surprised how good. So I guess I'll do a little plot synopsis. So in case you haven't seen the movie and you're wondering if it's worth it, I would say it's worth. But I usually go into movies without watching any trailers, or maybe just trailer one at most, and then go by like audience reaction. So what I knew coming into this movie was Julia Gardner plays a teacher, Josh Brolin was a parent of one of the kids that goes missing, and there's a bunch of kids that go missing. That's all I knew. So I figured it would be like a detective movie. And kinda, I guess. It was a big surprise to me that it was a Rashomon type storytelling. If you don't know what that is, or maybe I'm getting the wrong word for it, but basically it's like a form of movie telling where, or I guess storytelling where, I need to get in the other lane. Sorry, I got a go-kart in front of me. What a strange vehicle. I hope that got picked up. Or at least a glimpse of it. That's another cool thing about this show, is you're gonna get a few glimpses of whatever the hell's going on. City driving, am I right? Anyway, the kids go missing. I thought it was a detective movie, but it was sort of told in a Rashomon style, where that comes from a movie where there's a crime that happens, and they go person to person retelling the story, trying to figure out, piece together who's telling the truth, what's all lies and whatnot. So it's a story that's told from multiple perspectives, and that's what Weapons was. I wasn't expecting it to be, but I'm really glad it was. It was really cool. Yeah, no, I mean, you get a whole bunch of perspectives that you don't really think you're going to get, because coming into the movie, I thought it was just going to be Julia Gardner and Josh Brolin telling the story there. They do have a narrator, so I thought maybe we know who that is. But it's told from, I think, 5 or 6 different people's perspectives, which was a big surprise, very welcomed. And let me tell you, the writing in this, the acting, the performances, it was amazing. Like, I was kind of blown away by, like, it's not like spectacular, but I'll say it now. The movie was a 4.5 out of 5. It was really good. I recommend it if you're into horror. If you we're on the edge of watching this, check it out. Even if it's just on streaming. A lot of people compared it to Longlegs, and it was from the people who made Barbarian. And I thought Barbarian was probably one of the best horror movies I've ever seen, up until the ending. I didn't like the ending of that, but Barbarian was the first time I watched a movie in theaters alone, actually. And I don't know, I think that might have triggered like a domino effect, because I've been going alone a lot. I hear a lot of people say it's weird. I don't think it's weird. I love going to the movies, alright? And sometimes your movie buddy just doesn't want to go to a movie because he reads scripts early. But who cares, right? Anyway, subtle drama. If you know, you know. But yeah, I didn't really enjoy the ending to Barbarian, but I thought it was a great movie. And it translates really well. I think that the ending of this movie is really what ties it into the Longlegs comparison with the kids and the magical fantasy elements of it all. And I thought we were going to get a little more than what we did on the fantasy side, but I'm very satisfied with what we got out of it. I'm going to try staying away from spoilers as much as I can, but I'm sure at one point I'll have enough of beating around the bush and say, alright, spoilers from here on out. But until then, I'll just talk about it. I think the cinematography in this was something that like caught me off guard, because it was surprisingly good. And I guess like thinking back to Barbarian, even though I think it's been 2 or 3 years now, that was also really good. So just like the visuals of the movie, just like being a horror movie, especially, it does well at like creating that suspense, and I think there was maybe 1 or 2 jump scares that I fell for, but surprisingly enough, the biggest jump scare I fell for was the jump scare in the Black Phone 2 trailer before the movie started. So it's not like scary, but it's like there's a little bit of gore. I think the gore's done well. Yeah, the gore's done well. The horror aspects, like it's a horror movie, right? But I don't know. It's more like a drama. Like that's where it succeeds. It's like the drama aspect and like the thrill. I don't know. The anxiety building that they did was really well done. Yeah, I don't know. It was just a really good movie. Way better than I expected. What is this guy doing, bro? Let a guy in, speeds past you. So, other than the cinematography and the acting and whatnot, I was surprised with a lot of it. Usually, whenever there's big names, like they had Josh Brolin, Benedict Wong, Julia Gardner. Those were the big faces I recognized. There was someone else. I'm blanking. I don't remember what she's from or whatnot, but like usually it like kind of takes me out. But that's how you really know if somebody's a good actor, if they sell the role. And let me tell you, everybody in this sells the role. There's only like one line that kind of like took me out of the movie, but that's more of like a, I don't know, it's not pattern recognition, but it's some for big Dexter heads like myself. I think it might happen twice in the movie, one at the start, one near the end, but people say tonight's the night. I'm like, come on, man. W movie, honestly, might bump it up to a 5 out of 5 for that. But yeah, no, it was what I heard a lot before I came in was that it was surprisingly hilarious. And although I didn't like, there's some jokes that they kind of laugh. They're like chuckle jokes, but the ending is so absurd that people in my theater were cackling, and I couldn't help but kind of giggle along. But yeah, I guess I don't know. I think up until the ending is like almost perfect. I mean, maybe on rewatch I'd pick apart more, but that's the nature of rewatch and stuff. But yeah, the ending wasn't like, people said that it was like, people would say it's if Longlegs stuck the landing, but I don't know. I thought that Longlegs did stick the landing, and I thought that they did the landing a little bit. I don't know. I think it's about the same for the ending. I mean, it's just like a surprise supernatural movie, you know? Because you don't know if like some kidnapping goes on, but yeah, I don't know. Alright, I'm just gonna, alright, like I said, eventually there is gonna be a spoiler breakdown, and here it is. So in the movie there's like a bunch of voodoo magic and all that crap, and I wasn't expecting that at all. Like, I mean, it makes sense if you like really deep dive into the trailers, which I don't. But yeah, no, it was unexpected to see, and that's kind of what was it? Not Talk to Me. It was their other movie that came out this year, Bring Her Back. So slight spoilers for that. There's some like magic fantasy in that as well. So voice crack. So maybe it's just like a more common trope in horror movies than I imagined. Because I guess I didn't really watch too much horror before Barbarian, I guess. But yeah, no, it was just such a surprise, really, as a movie. Yeah, I don't know. I think that Benedict Wong, At one point, he goes crazy. They release like a clip, I think it's in the trailers as well, in the poster, where he kind of goes like AWOL crazy and whatnot. And that's really when we learn what the title Weapons means. I thought his acting in that was like, okay, I get it. This is that was probably the scariest part, even though it's not like scary, but it's like stressful. Yeah, so I thought Benedict Wong's character and like his arc was really good. That was like the turning point where it's like, oh, this movie's fucked. This movie gets fucked up a bit, you know? Yeah, I mean, like, we're past spoiler warning, but now that was your first warning. Here's where we really get into it. So, 3, 2, all right. Benedict Wong, like, he plays like the principal of the school there, and the aunt of the one kid who didn't go missing, his maybe I don't even do spoilers, bro. I don't know. Minor spoil. Okay, so I don't really know how to do this show too well yet. I'll figure it out, but so I'll talk some minor spoilers. I'll stay away from big twists and whatnot. But we see how this magic like happens in the scene with Benedict Wong, and man, that scene is gruesome. I mean, it's not like as bad as it could have been if they really wanted to go out, because like we see someone's head get like bashed in, and then someone's head explode and whatnot, but it's not like what I imagine Terrifier movies are like with gore. Or I guess my number one reference point would be The Substance. But yeah, it wasn't like anything wild like that. It was more just this is a horror movie, we're gonna show some blood, you know? But I think that the makeup design on the quote-unquote weapons, that was really well done. I felt like, I don't know how they did that, because like their eyes start bulging out and stuff. Maybe it's just something that Benedict Wong can do and I didn't know about, but man, that was creepy. I would be terrified. I mean, like, even if I knew it was a movie and like I was in like Julia Gardner's position there, that'd be terrifying. Even like as an actor, with him like sprinting at you like that, oh my god. And yeah, I think that was pretty cool. We get to see a little bit more of it throughout the movie. And I guess with the kids' parents, that was another moment I was like, ooh, but I don't know, like I don't know, it was a bit weird because like at one point like you see the parents, they have like these marks on their face, and you're like, huh, I wonder what that's all about. And anyway, it gets explained that like they poke themselves with forks and whatnot, but like you would expect more blood to come out than what did in the movie if you're just like repeatedly stabbing yourself with a fork. So I don't know, I'm not gonna fact check that one, but it was I don't know. Yeah, so I'm not gonna fact check that, but I don't know. I expected a little more gore out of the movie for like the stunts that they were doing. Maybe it's because it was dummy and practical. Who knows? That they couldn't go, I guess, hog wild, for a lack of a better term. And there's been some wild drivers. We got a guy going like 100 in front of me, so I gotta. That's kind of the challenge with this show, you know. It's like talking and walking. You can't do both at the same time, right? But you can drive and talk. yeah, trying to focus on driving with city drivers and tourists and all that at the same time as trying to recall a movie. Maybe not the smartest idea, but I mean, I want to do a show. I love movies, love talking about movies, but back to weapons now that we're passing this guy. So I think that something I really enjoyed about the movie was like the Rashomon I was talking about earlier, because you get the different perspectives. You first start with like Julia Gardner's character, the teacher, and like you're like, okay, we're gonna follow this person, and we get through like 2 days worth of stuff. The whole movie takes place over about 3 days after like a week or so of the kids being missing. So we get through the day, we see like she's getting threats because she was like one of the like survivor's guilt sort of thing, sole survivor of like this event, because all the kids in her class went missing. Nobody else went missing though, so it was a bit weird. So everyone's like blaming her. Someone paints like witch on her car, and we're like, oh, okay, she's getting ding dong ditched. People are like messing with her, giving her like death threat calls and whatnot. It's like, okay, well, I don't think that she did it. Like, as a movie viewer, I'm like, why is this guy slowing down? He was going 120. Oh, they're on their phone. These goddamn kids and their electronics can't focus on driving, and why drive at all? Am I right, guys? Anyway, it gets through the days, and we see this. It ends with them showing this house where the one kid in the class who survived lives. So I'm getting livid, bro. These guys slowed down under the speed limit. As soon as they get in the passing lane, they're going about. Okay, they're going pretty fast now. What is up today with drivers, man? I mean, the kid's almost jumping like into the highway in front of me. I guess then that weird like dune buggy that passed. Now this guy. Oh my god! And the truck behind me. What the hell? Sorry, but I don't know. Maybe it adds to the show, me complaining. I'd love to get like a front cam going as well, but I mean, budget, budget, show budget. Maybe we'll get 100 episodes in, start a Patreon. Man, 100 movies, that'd be insane. I love movies, man. But yeah, so we get to that creepy house, and it's we go to Josh Brolin's character, Archer, and Archer's the dad of one of the kids who goes missing, and this is where the detective part of the movie starts. He's not like he's nagging the cops constantly, like, where's my kid, Anyway, he like keeps rewatching the video. He starts tracking down, because the movie like shows all the kids running out of the house in the middle of the night through like Ring doorbells. So he like tracks down somebody else's kid who went missing. Then he got like the footage, cross-aligns them, and like finds like a general area. And anyway, he starts like he figures this out, and he's like, oh, okay, that's weird. I wonder what's there. And then we go to a gas station where he confronts Julia Gardner's character who's getting gas, and then we see Benedict Wong running at her. And we're like, oh my, okay, this is where it gets kind of crazy. And then it cuts. Then we go to a cop, blanking on his name, but he's kind of like, I don't know, he's depressed. He's in AA, it looks like. And anyway, he sees this tweaker who's like breaking into a building and like chases him down, and then like as cops do, just during the pat down, he gets like stabbed with a needle, and then punches the guy. But it's on the dash cam, so he's in big trouble. Anyway, so he lets him go, like, all right, I messed up, you messed up, let's just call it even. So he lets the tweaker go and goes on his way. And that's kind of our introduction to this tweaker. So he goes to the captain, tells him what happened, and then we see some more stuff, a little bit more stuff. Then we go to the tweaker, and we learn like the tweaker, and this is the cool part of the movie, is like the tweaker, like desperate for money. They try giving him a backstory. It doesn't really work. Well, like, not that it doesn't work. Like, you just don't care about him, because he's not like he's like a side character, you know. So we get like his motivations, and that's about it. Anyway, he ends up breaking into the house, that the creepy house I was talking about earlier, and we see like the parents of the kid are like hypnotized or in some sort of trance. And anyway, as he's like robbing these people, he like goes into the basement and he finds the kids, and he's freaked out. And then he hears a thud upstairs, and then he escapes the apartment because the parents are like waking up from like whatever trance they're in to like get him. And yeah, so now we know where the kids are, and the guy goes to the police station, and then he gets a cop. He goes back to the house, and then they kind of like both go into the house, don't come out. And then we go back to Benedict Wong's character, and this is where I thought the movie got really cool. It introduced the villain finally, and we're probably about like an hour 10 in at this point. And anyway, it explains a bit of like how these people were in a trance. It shows like the whole voodoo ritual and whatnot, and I thought that was really cool to see, because I don't really remember in Long Legs if they do like show a lot of like how the rituals work and whatnot, but they do in this movie, and that's where it gets kind of messed up. Like that this is where like the Benedict Wong like scene where he runs at Julia Gardner in the gas station happens, and like that whole like sequence of like him running around and whatnot is like kind of freaky, but it's also like shot in that humorous way that a lot of people got out from the movie. And I don't know, it was cool to see. But then we go to the kid, and then we get the full picture of what's been going on. So the aunt is like the bad guy who like comes in, like voodoos his parents, and like forces him to sort of be like a servant, sort of. Otherwise his parents are gonna die. So anyway, he helps kidnap all the kids. I won't say how or anything like that, but yeah, no, I mean, yeah, just seeing the kids' perspective and everything, like how that was going on, it was pretty cool. I sort of was a bit worried because, you know, child actors, you don't know how they're going to be. I thought that the kid did a really good performance. I mean, he was kind of like forced into like a non-verbal type of role, though. So like, you know, like I don't know, I don't want to dog on the kid at all, but he did good for what like his role was. And I mean, it all makes sense, it all works out. But yeah, so then once we get his whole story and like what's been going on, we cut back to present day, where Julia Gardner and Josh Brolin are sort of like staking out this house, and then they see the cop is there, that like him and the tweaker came in like to investigate the house when they got kidnapped or whatever, and then like out of nowhere, like the cop like kind of opens the door and then like ushers them in, and I don't know, this like last sort of like final act fight scene kind of like, I don't know, kind of ruined it. Not ruined it, but like that's where it kind of fell off for me, you know? Because like, I don't know, rushed isn't the right word, but it goes from like a great movie to a good movie, you know? Where like, they go in and they have to start fighting these voodoo guys, right? And I guess I don't know. Well, yeah, no, it makes sense. So anyway, they go in and fight these voodoo guys. They're like trying to figure out find the kids in the house. Josh Brolin's character like starts fighting the guy. He gets like thrown through a door, and then he finds the kids in the basement there, and he's like looking for his kid, and then he gets like voodooed, and we see Julia Gardner's character kill the, or yeah, well, I mean, I said it. She kills the cop, and anyway, then Josh Brolin fights her. But now it's up to the kid to figure out a solution to all this. So he gets past his parents, who are voodooed and trying to kill him now, and this whole sequence of I don't know why I'm retelling the movie. But I thought, I don't know, I'll keep doing it. Maybe I'll find a format for this show somewhere. It's more just me rambling on the way home, just to be able to get something out, you know. I did record one of these after F1, so that might be like an episode 0 special that comes out. The footage didn't turn out that well, so I'll see what I can do. Kind of gets more of the show going on, you know. But yeah, so needless to say that the kid like figures it out, and this is kind of where the movie gets funny, right? He being like the assistant to this witch, he uses the ritual to like use the kids as weapons to attack the witch. And this scene is like a completely different tone. It's almost as bad as like Thunderbolt's post-credit scene sort of swap up, you know? Anyway, he gets the kids to start attacking the teacher there, or not teacher. He gets the children to go after the witch, and there's this chase scene going on where like this 100-year-old woman is running through people's yards, through people's houses, trying to like, get away from these kids, and the kids are just like breaking through windows and breaking down doors and like just like hunting her, because like it's sort of like a heat-seeking missile, and that's where the weapons come in, so that she can't escape. Anyway, the kids just start like ripping her apart, and it's so crazy. I don't know, but I don't know. It's a fun movie. I liked it. Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was one of the best so far this year. I'm excited to say. Yeah, I mean, other than like me retelling this story, I should probably try figuring out like a better structure to this, you know. But I don't know. I'm just going through all the moments I enjoyed. I'm not expecting too many people to watch, but if you are, shout out. Be sure to comment. What should I make you comment? Comment green sign. If I see green sign, I'll put you in the next episode. I'll say shout out, and your name is going to be on screen. So if you see, so that's kind of my forte, you know, or message me. I don't care, because I don't know. I'm thinking about getting this on Spotify. This is where part of the show, like, that does not sound good. This is kind of like the point of the show where it's going to be like devolving into me just talking, but that's kind of what the show is, you know. It's kind of what podcasts here, but I don't know. I enjoyed Weapons. Reflecting on it, being able to talk about it through this kind of format, it's like between a 4 or 4.5 right now. star-wise. So, yeah, I don't know. If you're looking to see it, go see it. But if you're like kind of on the edge, maybe wait for streaming. I don't know where it's gonna go, but it's definitely a good movie. It's like it's better than Barbarian. It's maybe as good as Longlegs, but a lot of people didn't like Longlegs, you know. So maybe don't take that one. But I don't know. Out of the three, I think it's the best. I think it goes Weapons. Weapons, Longlegs, Barbarian. That's going to be my official ranking of the 3 horror movies that I've seen in theaters. I think those are the only ones I've seen in theaters. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, they're all pretty good movies. It's definitely a recommend. Let the bullet fly by here. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll just talk about sort of what I've been up to. You know, I kind of wanted to do. I don't know if you watch. I don't know if I even put it in the video, but when I did my top 10 movies of 2024, I kind of wanted to do like a weekly movie show or something. Like I've written scripts and recorded for like I recorded something for Daredevil Born Again. I wrote something for Adolescence on Netflix and a whole bunch of other stuff, but I don't know. I just never like edited it, you know. I bought like a sort of, not a projector, a thing for teleprompter and all this stuff to try and like make it as good as I could, but I don't know, the format wasn't working, and that's why I kind of like this. It's because like, not that it forces me to talk about it, but it gives me a chance to be like open and free about something, you know, get my thoughts out in a non-scripted way where I'm not, well, I'm still umming and humming, but yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a cool format, I think. I'd still wish that I had like a smaller cam recording the road, but what can you do, right? I still think that's pretty cool. I mean, from even like my pitches, I've had good feedback. Yeah, I don't know. I'm enjoying it. This is technically episode 2, but I'm gonna release it as episode 1. I want to try getting it like on Spotify and stuff, but at the same time, are people gonna listen? I heard it's only around $20 a year or something to upload podcasts, so maybe I'll just try it. I mean, like, it's not like I'm hankering for 20 or anything, so yeah, maybe I'll do it. I don't know. Maybe you'll be listening to this on Spotify and it'll be a whole meta circle, you know. But I don't know where I heard it. I heard that Weapons is like 2.5 hours. I don't know if that was like on Matt Bellamy's The Show or The Town, his show The Town, or where I heard it. But I checked my phone after the movie. I was like, wow, this was not as long as I thought it was gonna be. And I don't know. I think 2 hours is a good time for the movie, you know, like runtime. It didn't like drag on. It didn't like overstay its welcome or end too short. It ended at like the perfect time. But I don't know, the ending. I think what takes away from the ending is the whole like 6 different perspectives of the situation, because it doesn't like give you an emotional investment into any of the characters or anything like that. It's more like there's a mystery and you want to be on the journey to solve it, you know? So like, there is one emotional moment that got me. Josh Brolin's character like is like trying not to cry, or he's he's trying not to cry, and I won't spoil it, but that was like probably like the best moment of the movie, I'd say. Because like you see his pain, you see his anguish, and I was like, okay, Josh Brolin is a good actor. Sure, maybe he's Cable and Thanos, but he's also Archer, you know? And that's how you can tell if somebody's a good actor. If you see their face and don't recognize them as like Josh Brolin or whoever, that's how you, that's my rationalization of good versus bad acting. And everybody in this movie does it. I mean, it's kind of I don't know. I don't even know where I was going with that. Maybe all uncut, you know? Maybe I'll keep in all the stuff. Who knows? There's gonna be cuts in this. But yeah, I guess I don't really have too much more to say about the movie. It was really good. I enjoyed it. Yeah, like I said, I'm hovering around 4.5 stars for this one. Right now, from memory, it's in my top 3 for this year behind Sinners and something else I'm blanking on. I can't believe I'm blanking on it. Maybe it was Paddington and Peru. Who knows? Did that come out? I think that came out this year. But it's not Paddington and Peru. I don't know. I'll figure it out one day. But I guess thank you for watching. If you've made it out this long, remember to comment what I told you to comment earlier on. It's been a pleasure. I've been wanting to do something like this for a while. I'm sure we'll get some co-stars and guest spots filled in every now and again. But yeah, I mean, thank you all for watching. If you like this kind of stuff, make sure to subscribe. I'm looking to do a lot more of it. Leave a like, comment any recommendations on improvements the show could be made on. Maybe like I would like to find like more structure to the show, because I think the other podcasts I recorded kind of like crumbled into ranting and being like, man, I love people, you know. So if you have any suggestions on how I can improve, maybe what movies you want me to see, be sure to leave a comment. And yeah, and as always, I'll let the other guy tell you. Subscribe.